Hello everyone, Arun this side. Today we are going to start the Hello World program, the basic program, the how you will connect your Java program with the command prompt that we will discuss in our session. First, we have to check whether the Java is installed or not. So go to your C drive, program files. Let's check. And the Java in my system it's already installed, but if in case in your system Java is not available, you can download it from web, and the website is Oracle, the official website of Oracle. That is the link oracle.com technetwork /java/java sc/downloads/index.html. You can download it from here. That's your JDK. Why we require the JDK? JDK stands for the Java Development Kit. That means if you want to develop a core Java program or any Java program, you require the development kit. Same like if you want to play a cricket, you require the cricket kit. So same way, if you want to develop the Java program, so you need a Java development kit. Now I have the Java program, so let's start with the program. So window or notepad, open your notepad and let's start coding. I think I have increased the font. Yeah, so I think 16 is enough. The first statement is always import java.lang.asterisk. Now why we are adding that, we will discuss about that. Class, and the class name, it can be anything as per the naming convention. What is the naming convention? You can't start your class name with special character or numeric literals. So directly as per the naming convention, you have to define your class name, and it should be start with capital letter as per the naming convention. Okay, then after public static void main string args, or it can be anything, not the args is mandate. Now your statement, we want to print hello, system dot out dot println hello all. That's my basic program. Now I have to save my file with .java extension, and initially try to save your file with the same as your class name. The name can be different, but initially save it with same name. Save, and I'm going to save it desktop, new folder, my Java, and the class name is double quotes test.java. Why I'm putting the double quotes? I'm ensuring that that file must be saved with the .java extension, because you can see that it's showing the text document, or you can change it to the all, but if you're putting the double quotes, that's good. And save. Now my file is saved. That's my basic program, hello world program. How I'll execute that program? You have to open command prompt first, cmd, and where is my program? Just move there. It's cd, that means change directory to the desktop, then cd my Java, then now what is the command? Java C, which means Java compiler, and file name .java. File name is test.java. Enter. Now we are getting an error. Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command, because Java C is not a predefined command of your system. It's a command for Java itself. So system don't know about the Java C. So at that time we have to set the path, because then after system will able to understand where is the Java C available. Suppose if I'm using the CLS, that is the predefined command, and system knows about that. Your Windows is knows about that, but your system is don't know about the Java C. So let's check how we can define the path. Open your C drive, program files Java, and open your JDK, then bin and C. The Java C and Java, the all commands are available. So just copy that path, open your CMD, type path equals to double quotes, right click, paste, double quotes close, semicolon, and enter. Now my path is set. Now I can use the Java C test.java. Program compiled successfully or not, let's check. Now it's compiled successfully. Now the class file is generated. Now how you will check? Open your folder, check that's your Java file and that's your class file, which is responsible for platform independency. Now again open your CMD. If you want to execute your program, Java space class name. Hello all. That's my basic program. Now how the program is working and what is the keywords, let's discuss about that. The first statement we are writing import java.lang.* semicolon. What is the mean of that? Import is same like a include statement which is in C and C++. Import, that means we want to add something. And java.lang, Java it's a package name. Inside the Java package we have lang package. Package that means folder. It's like a folder. It contains some classes. So Java dot, that means inside the Java folder we have another folder which is lang dot asterisk, and inside the lang package we have too many files, and we are adding all the dot asterisk matlab all the file from the particular package which is required for the core Java program. Okay, but there's one more thing. If you won't add, then what will happen? I'm going to delete it, or I'm going to comment it. Sorry. Save my CMD. Now if you are changing anything, you have to recompile your code. It's working. There is no need to import the java.lang because that is the default package. If you won't add java.lang package, so your compiler will add it automatically. Now how you'll prove that my compiler is adding that package or not? So we can use the decompiler java p that's java p and your class name test. It's showing that the string is coming from java.lang.string, and which we are not adding. So that is the basic package which is required for our program. If you won't add it, the default your compiler will add it automatically in your program. Now come to the class. What is the class? Class is a keyword. Now at that time I'm not talking about the OOPS, I'm talking of the basic program. So class is a keyword, or you can say that class is a reference variable of class. That means inside the package there is one class and the name is class. So class. Inside the memory we have the class already predefined class. So it's a reference variable. So class is a reference variable of class. Class is a reference variable of class. I think it's clear. And test is your class name, which can be anything as per the class name. Then scope start, because Java says the all things must be inside the class. So then after the scope start, public static void main, that's our main method, which is the main execution point of your program. Public, that is the access specifier, or you can say that access modifier, that publicly anyone can access it. Static is a keyword which helps to load the main method inside the memory without initializing the class. That means how the main method is executing. If the anything, it's not if I said that if you want to execute something, it must be load inside the memory. So how it will load inside the memory? With the help of static keyword. Now void is your return type which returns nothing. Main is your method name, that's your method name. Then there's parameters in main method. String is a class in Java. It's not a data type. We can treat it as a data type, but that is a class. Square braces stands for the array. That means string type of array, and the name is args, which can be anything. You can write your name or whatever you want to as per the naming convention you can write. Then scope start. Now inside the main we are writing system.out.println, and inside the double quotes we are writing hello world. Now interviewer asks, what is the system.out.println? That most of the students or freshers says it's a print statement which helps to print something over the console, but which is totally wrong. System is your class. System is a class which is defined inside the java.lang package. Where is system class? java.lang package. And the out is your reference variable of print stream class. Out is a reference variable of print stream class. Out is a reference variable of print stream class. Then println, it's a method which is belongs to the same class, that means print stream. And you can write whatever you want to write, the hello world or your message, whatever you want to print, you can do that. Your scope of main is closed. Now the class is closed. That's our basic program. Thank you all. If you like it, please leave the comment or like and subscribe.